Announcing the commencement of the first purge.
I want you to change the world, and don't think that this is going to happen peacefully or you can do it alone. We need to kill the rich. You get out there, you use your weapons, and you rip Washington apart. You hunt down the billionaires, the bank bosses, the CEOs, the scumbags, and the liars, the governors, the lobbyists, the senators, because they're all the same, and you hang them.
Just remember all the good the purge does.
Good morning, everyone. It's August 13th. How's everyone doing this morning? I hope you're well. I'm here at the Free Thought Project. Not one, not two, but three neighbors called the cops to report a little girl selling cookies. This happened in Cedar Falls, Iowa. And these are some hardcore statists here calling the cops on a 10-year-old little girl. As the Free Thought Project reported last month, 2018 is turning out to be the summer of the snitches as neighbors turn in fellow neighbors to authorities for selling water, lemonade, or for simply being black at your own apartment complex pool. This see something, say something society is the wet dream of the authoritarian, and as a recent case of a girl selling cookies out of Iowa illustrates, it is showing no signs of slowing. One would think that in the land of the free, a little girl selling cookies to raise money over the summer would never be an issue over which people would call the police. However, one would be wrong. Savannah Waters, a 10-year-old little girl selling homemade cookies on her street, became the subject of not one neighbor calling the police, not even two. In total, three of this little girl's neighbors called armed men in bulletproof vests to report that a 10-year-old was selling cookies and disrupting their neighborhood. Little Savannah says it was going very well until the cops showed up, that is. Neighbors claim the girl's cookies stand was disturbing traffic, so they had no other choice but to report to the force of the state to solve this problem. Apparently, simply walking over to the girl's house and asking her parents to help solve the traffic problem was just too difficult, and they were forced to bring in armed enforcers to do their bidding for them. It is really quite pathetic that people would call the cops for these things. You remember the little black girl? She was selling, what was it, water? And that stupid little snitch. You saw the video with me, where she ducked down and tried to hide behind something. I mean, people like that need to be hung because they're statists. And there's only one thing a person can do with a statist. As WIRC reported, one of those neighbors tells CNN off camera that she called the police because she was worried about the traffic flow. And she was just trying to protect the safety of the children in the neighborhood, including her own, after her daughter was almost hit by a cookie customer's car. And it's undoubtedly a lie. Undoubtedly. That's just something a snitch would say to justify their snitching actions. So over a period of 5 days, the department received 3 calls. Cedar Falls Police Chief Jeff Olson said. But at the end of the day, the cops did not shut down her water or her cookie stand. They simply asked her to move it back a little bit from the road. So, if you're one of these people ready to dial 911 over every little thing, one of these days, these cops are going to show up and they're going to blow your fucking head off. Because that's what these people do. You are calling the cops. By calling the cops on this little girl for this, and the other little girl for selling water, you're saying that it's worth their lives, and possibly the lives of their mother, and to report them doing something that is perfectly legal, permit or not. So you're saying, by calling the cops, that it's worth the death of this child for her selling cookies. I mean, if you're going to use 911 at all, if you're going to call the cops, it should probably be for the most serious things. I mean, as a grown person, as an adult, you are capable of solving some of these ridiculous little problems yourself. But then again, we do live in a nation of fucking morons. It's obvious when they're calling the cops on little girls. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day. Please remember to give me a thumbs up. I can use your help spreading these videos. And if I'm worth extra couple dollars that you might have, my PayPal link is in the description box as well. Until next time, kill the state, live free.